This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
And we are back here for the start of the second half from East Grand Rapids Memorial Field, the Cadillac Vikings and the East Grand Rapids Pioneers. It is 46-0 with East Grand Rapids in the lead. And Dan, we got some update and some scores from around the area.
Playoff action tonight, a little bit closer back to Cadillac, Michigan. Reed City, last update, they were winning that ball game 16-0, and Pine River, the Bucks are up 21-6 that last report, and we don't have anything yet on what's going on up in Traverse City tonight.
But we do have a score from the other side of this bracket. Muskegon at the last word was up 21-14 over Grand Rapids Forest Hills Northern.
The winner of that game will probably, most certainly face East Grand Rapids as they control this game 26-0. And let's talk about the kickoff, Bill. Here, who's kicking off for the Vikings tonight?
Caden Dennis is going to be kicking off right now. They also had the ball was placed on its side, so they were kind of going for an onside kick there.
Yeah, for the Vikings tonight, we haven't seen action yet, but we've got a young lady that stepped in to do some kicking duties here with the Vikings. Miss Lloyd.
Emma Lloyd.
Kind of rumor has it that they saw some of the things she was doing in the homecoming festivities Powder Puff game, and we see her on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And, we're set to start the third quarter here.
The Pioneers will take over at their own 35-yard line. Malowitz, and there's a whistle, so we may have some illegal motion. We'll have to wait. Yep, it is 5 yards, and I think, they've had two penalties, right, Dan? From what you recall, they had the East Grand Rapids has had, I think, one or two penalties before this one.
Yep, and both teams been very penalty-free ball game. It's just been a much
clean,
superior football team taking the two Cadillac Vikings tonight. East Grand Rapids, just solid ball team they have here.
Jordan Ivey is split out to the right, but the ball is taken by number 25. That is Connor Davis. He's a junior, so getting in some other personnel for the Pioneers.
Kahani with the tackle right there, number 75 for the Vikings.
And I want to see if we still have Malowitz in there at quarterback.
Malowitz, I can't tell if
it
that's
looks like
14 or 13, Bill.
13. It might be Wills Lee.
It is Lee, yep. Oh, nice tackle right there.
It's just steamrolled by number 11 for Cadillac. That's Jared McDaniel.
That was a highlight tackle right there.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want from a ball club. You're coming out, you've been beat down in the first half. The Vikings have looked pretty sound here on the first two plays of this drive. We've been talking a little bit, Bill, that you got to go in that locker room and talk to your seniors about last half of football they ever get to play here for the blue and gold of Cadillac.
Here's a give to Jordan Ivey. Ivey on the left side. He's got some speed, some daylight, and a nice shoestring tackle there by number 20. That's Dylan Satchel for the Vikings bringing down Ivey.
Yep. These kids work hard all year long. Certainly weightlifting programs, the summer programs. And for the seniors this year, they put a great stamp on the new era Cadillac football. And for the underclassmen, you want to work to get better in this ball game in the second half.
Ivy
flags
in
again,
motion.
Bill.
Yep. I think there was two people in motion.
Cody Mallory in his second season here with the Vikings turned around a program. I shouldn't say that. Let me restate that. Inherited a very strong program, had a rough first season.
Yes.
Turned that around this year's, I think, been a great turnaround for him and the Vikings, and certainly we expect to and certainly hope to see them back in playoff action again about this time next year.
It is first down and 15. Jordan Ivey cutting it out to the right, cuts it back into the 50s, down to the 45. Right there is Tanner Cochran.
And Dylan Satchel. Gained about 10 yards on that. After the penalty, it'll bring up a second and about, maybe 4. East going back to the no-huddle offense.
We'll have to notice, we'll have to check the clock, Dan, and see if it is moving, although the ball has been kept in bounds and on the ground. Once again, here's a keeper by Wills Lee. The Vikings do a really nice job of stopping that with minimal gain. 75 is Jacob Kahani.
75, 52, Leif Olson, and Kahani 75 on that tackle. 3rd and 3. East from their 45-yard line.
Here, 74 is the center right now. That's Davis Martell. He's a junior for the Pioneers. Out wide, Vikings. That's going to be a first down. Some nice running by number 25. That's Connor Davis again with the first down. They'll move the chains. Ball on the 41 for East Grand Rapids. Ivy will take the handoff on the left side, trying to spread it out, but right there's a nice...
Leif Olson, number 52, with a nice open field tackle.
Yep, one of the, his brother is Seth Olson.
Bringing up 2nd and 15 for East. We're seeing a steady dose to East runs, to the right, to the left.
Good crowd here, Dan. East Grand Rapids looking down at the stands and then over at the Cadillac side. A nice showing for people driving down 131. Who was that? Number 25 again. Okay, that's Connor Connor Davis.
Unable to see who that tackle was, but good guess in there. 77, Josiah Campbell, and 75, Jacob Kahani on that. Probably with some Sam Pratt.
We are in the 3rd quarter. It is 46-0. East Grand Rapids over Cadillac. Here's a fake, and Wills gets rid of the ball, and the Vikings there, but it's going to be a forward pass, Dan.
Yeah, and he was looking to throw that ball.
I think his feet slipped out from underneath him.
Slipped out, and he absorbed a pretty tough tackle. He was looking to find number 15, Elliot Bergsma. I don't have a height on Elliot, but tall kid. And get a little injury here, so why don't we list off some of our sponsors, Bill? Thanks to the following sponsors for bringing you some playoff football here in the state of Michigan. Cadillac Casting, The Ultimate Gift, Brinks Heart Frame Shop, Pack Mail, Great Lakes Energy and Wolverine Power Cooperative, Summit Bigelow Supply, Doug Glass, LC Materials in the Concrete Store, Pizza Plus, High Point Auto, and Cadillac Tire. Nice to see number 13, Wills Lee, able to run off the field on his own power. Looks like East is set to go as we are at 6:55 to go in the 3rd quarter here. East Grand Rapids leading 46-0. It's 4th and 11, and they're going to see the first punt of the game for East, Bill?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's taking this punt?
Well, trying to get a number. Looks like it might be number 1, Devin Upton, but I will have to wait and see. Here's the kick, a high kick.
It's a dangerous one. That
watch out, referee.
Plays. Yep.
It's coming straight down. That can make some rain right around the 25.
Yeah, that was number 1. You were right on that. Devin Upton on the punt. McCarthy was back for the Vikings, but he wisely stayed away from that one.
So they netted about maybe 20 yards on that punt. Vikings will take over at the 30. At this point, you're probably going to get a lot of different people that haven't played, get them some experience. So clock is running.
Yep, we are on that 35-point spread differential running clock. State of Michigan rules.
The Vikings will move up to the line. Got Tommy Huckle, the receiver, out to the left. Clayton McCarthy is at a tight end position on the right. And the give is right up the middle to Connor Flint, and Connor plows over the line up to the 30. Nice gain of about 3 there. It looks like this field, Dan, we were talking earlier, is also used for lacrosse, and that sport is really growing.
Yeah, and in northern Michigan especially, Bill, where we live, a lot of growth in lacrosse in the last few years. Great to see.
Yeah, if our viewers are wondering what these circles are of the field, that's what they are for lacrosse. Caden Dennis in motion, but the give is to Connor Flint. Nope, excuse me. Caden Dennis still has it out to the right, and he will get the first down, and then he's lifted up.
Brought down by number 22 over there, I think, if that's Jack Welch. If I got that number right.
You
junior
do.
Here.
Junior. And the Vikings will move the chains for, that hasn't happened too much tonight, so they're pleased to get that first down. We want to mention again, girls high school volleyball action on 26 Sports and CCTV next week. It'll be the districts for the Lady Vikes and the Lady Ramblers of McBain. Keeping it is Dylan Satchel over the right side. He picks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And that's Nick Sullivan on the tackle for East Grand Rapids. Defensive end, outside linebacker, another senior on this team.
Coming out of the gain for the Vikings is number 10. That's Hunter Rensberry. Or excuse me, split out to the left as Rensberry. Give up the middle to Connor Flint. Keeps his feet moving, and another nice run up the middle. It's going to be 3rd down and short, maybe about 2.
Nice strong running by Connor Flint here tonight.
Yeah, he seemed to has getting stronger as the game goes on. Big game tomorrow, Michigan State, Michigan. So.
Yep. Michigan State limping into that ball game, having a tough 5-game losing streak, and Michigan undefeated. But you never know.
All right, the Vikings with a 3rd and 3. A keeper by...
He should have that first down, Bill. He's right on the 50-yard stripe, probably a 2-yard more than he needed for the first down.
Good surge there, led by Joe Troutner, number 60, the center. And all season long, Dan, we've watched that offensive line on the keeper really do a nice job.
Joe Troutner's led the way a lot this year. Number 50, Joel Title, with the tackle in there. Another first down for Cadillac.
Connor Flint's got an opening right up the middle, all the way down to the 25. Good piece of running there by Caden Dennis.
22, Jack Welch on that tackle. Vikings able to run off a string of 3 first downs in a row here, Bill. Took over about the 29-yard line, and they are now on the East Grand Rapids Pioneer 36-yard line. Nice drive so far for Cadillac to start the half.
Connor Flint this time on the left side. He's got a little bit of space. He's got at least 3 on that first down run.
Jacob Rogers on a tackle right there.
Number 15 really looks tall for the Pioneers.
Yeah, that's Bergsma.
Oh, yeah, Elliot Bergsma, the junior. He's got to be, I'm going to say, like 6'4".
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe even a little more than that.
Maybe more than that.
Yep. So it's 2nd down and 6 here for the Vikings.
There's a give, and this time, keeping it is that Satchel or Caden Dennis?
That's Dennis, number 22.
Caden Dennis.
Yep. Not sure who made the tackle there, but it is a 4th straight Cadillac Viking first down as we are at the 1:30 mark of the 3rd quarter.
That wind is, now it's switched almost directly out of the south. Vikings now on the 25, right up the middle. Connor Flint.
Connor Flint. Another nice solid run.
Vikings would like to punch one in here, wouldn't they, Dan?
Yep, absolutely. So we've got 2nd down and about 5, maybe a long 5, call it 6 here for Cadillac as they are moving the ball quite well here in the second half.
once again, Connor Flint up the middle. Couple tough yards.
Jacob Rogers, number 5, with that tackle, Bill. We are under 30 seconds to go till halftime. I think Cadillac will have time to run one more play. Certainly the third and fourth quarter are going to move very well with the running clock. After this play, Bill, you want to start mention some of our crew here down tonight? We might not be able to get them all in at once.
Yes, we will do that.
We have to split that up. Maybe not.
They do get the playoff. They give us to Caden Dennis, and Caden Dennis, a good run down to the 17-yard line, and that'll end the third quarter with no scoring. It is still 46-0, East Grand Rapids over Cadillac. You are watching high school football playoff action on 26 Sports and CCTV, and we'll be back in just a moment for the fourth quarter here in East Grand Rapids.